I did actually listen to a few podcasts and
Yeah,
everything like that, but a lot of it just kind of went straight over. I'm like,
yeah.
what's yield? What's the vacancy rate percentage? I knew nothing about that. I'm not familiar with monopoly. I'm not familiar with anything like that. So I was, listening to the content and everything, but a lot of it was just I didn't have any understanding or
Okay, if we do the mathematics correctly, this is a difference of about $117,000. Now, this,
I am a 30-year-old male from Perth, WA,
yeah,
um, that come from the construction industry at a young age.
okay. When did you start in the construction industry?
So I got in when I was just turned 15 years old. So
Wow.
at that age there, um, so I finished around year 10 in high school. Just I wanted to get out there already and get amongst it, make some money, and just get amongst the real world. And
So how did you get into the industry? Did anyone help you, or you had someone around you who guided you to get into this industry?
so how I got in was through my stepdad. So he is a construction supervisor.
Mhm.
So he had all the contacts to different trades, and at that time, I I had on my list. I might want to be a plumber. I might want to be a carpenter. I might want to be a bricklayer. And because my dad is a carpenter by trade as
Yeah.
well, it runs in the family. So it just so happens when he was asking around at the time,
Yeah.
one of the carpenters was looking for an apprentice. So
Yeah.
um, so
That's
finished.
fine. So you have been in the business for long. So you're 30, you started at 15 years of experience. Perfect. Now, how is your business structured? Are you doing it everything on your own, or you have a team, you have contractors? So how's your business structured now?
So it's at the moment a lot of it I'm doing solo. I have had teams in the past.
Yeah,
I've run teams in the past,
yeah,
um, but a lot of like my past team has kind of gone in different directions, like different careers. Have moved out of Perth, so a lot of that's happened. And then I can't because I'm familiar with doing the works on my own. It was kind of a time where I was like just a bit more relaxed, and I'm just kind of in a comfortable, sort of doing it. So I've just kind of continued as of now, just kind of operating alone. And
so let's get to know, Josh, a bit more about you. So you live in Perth. When did you get into the real estate industry, like started buying properties?
so that about early this year, I invested in the education around it. I kept coming in contact with like people in the real estate or agents. Like if I'd
Yeah,
stop and have a quick chat, they happen to be in the real estate. And
yeah,
then it just so happens as well, I was at a family gathering and my uncle approached me
yeah.
and said, "Oh, you should get into the real estate market." Like, and I'm like, like, I don't know what's happening, but
Okay.
all this, like, investing real estate.
Which year was that?
So this was probably early 2023, maybe late
Okay.
22. So around there, the signs started showing up, and I did actually listen to a few podcasts and
Yeah,
everything like that, but a lot of it just kind of went straight over. I'm like,
yeah.
what's yield? What's the vacancy rate percentage? I knew nothing about that. I'm not familiar with monopoly. I'm not familiar with anything like that. So I was listening to the content and everything, but a lot of it was just I didn't have any understanding or
Okay.
any, as of yet. So that was kind of a start. So I did actually start reading more of mindset books and everything like that.
Nice.
That also was kind of like a catalyst and awakening to that real estate journey. So I kind of
Okay.
invested in
Perfect. I think you are absolutely right, and I can resonate to that because real estate is not like buying a t-shirt or buying a Louis Vuitton. You just go to the showroom and buy a product. Real estate, you need to learn it first so that you're getting it right. I understand that everybody needs a roof on the head, but then when it comes to investment, the strategy has to be there in place. Plus, the knowledge has to be in their place. So you took your time for 2023. You started listening to podcasts, did any other reading of books, any courses, whatever you needed to educate yourself so that you know what you're getting into. Well, there are so many options to get into investments. There are stocks and shares, there are gold investments, there are cryptos as well, and then there is a real estate. So anybody looking into this video might be doing all of these. So why did Josh choose real estate? Or I must ask you, do you invest in anything else or just the real estate?
just real estate, but just on that, Rocky, as well. I'm also now kind of, you know, getting in that education space with stocks and shares and crypto.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm in the beginning phases of the education there. For the deposit building up deposits quicker as well. So I have heard of before, getting into the real estate. It
Yeah.
is the other way around. It's usually like shares and crypto and stuff like that to build up deposits, then go to real estate. But I've kind
Yeah.
of done it the other way around. But I also found the real estate thing, I felt more of an excitement to it as well. So I think that's why I went down that route of real estate. I just, yeah, it felt more, like more
Perfect.
exciting. Mhm.
Perfect. Now, Josh, Perth market in 2023 was absolutely hot, smackdown hot.
Mhm.
While you were educating yourself, did you made an attempt to buy any properties yourself, or you were first, let me learn everything and then I will do it?
Yep. So I got the education, absorbed every bit of knowledge I could, find at the time and just build off that. And, but also on that, yeah, like probably too much where I do get the, you got too much data and then I get to a point like, oh, can I trust my decision? And yeah, you get that kind of, that the analysis paralysis kind of thing,
Yep.
which I'm definitely guilty of, gathering too much to make a decision.
Yep.
Um, but then yeah, there's really only action after that, after gathering enough to take that action built on top of that.
All right.
Uh,
Perfect. Now, Josh, you educated yourself. When did you actually jump in the market? Because you hired us about 3, 4 months ago, and now you already have your properties and everything is all set. You are an investor. But when did you jump in the market yourself? Like, okay, all right, now I know. Let me jump in. When did you actually jump in?
so I'd say around May 2024. Uh,
Okay.
so after all the education and looking through it, I'm like, right, that there was a time where I'm like, all right, it's now we're going to go in. I know how to, write out offers. I know the specific criteria of property I'm shopping for.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right, that like, let's get amongst it. And I know, looking at all the factors and everything what I'm searching for.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's where I was,
Okay. And you came on board with us, I think, sometime in July. So May, June, July, for about 2 to 3 months. Were there any attempts from you to buy properties? Did you make any offer? Was it accepted? What was your challenge that you ended up hiring a buyer's agency?
So mo most of it was time. So whatever popped up on real estate, I wouldn't be straight actioning that at the time, ringing the agent.
Mhm.
at the time. So it would be like hours after. And then when I get home, I'd be writing up like my, comparing different properties and, getting a price range before I put my offer in and everything. Um, so that would take me probably about 2, 3 hours
Yeah.
doing each one as, as maybe another one would come up in a different location. So I got to do another run, different land. Like, I'm looking at my land size. I'm looking at, the age and um, the, pretty much all that. And, just comparing it with other properties. So that's another few hours there. And
Yeah.
then I'd have my kind of template as well, like my, where I put in the offer.
Yeah.
And then because I didn't speak to the agent, like keep in contact with the agent beforehand, I was just kind of, just another person putting in another offer. So my offer would just be in there with all the other offers, and the chance of mine getting accepted would be, I don't know the numbers, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I just put in, and I'm like, right, okay, like if it gets accepted, it does. If it doesn't, like, all right, we'll keep shopping around for the properties and chucking offers on them. And
Perfect. So sounds like the education took you to the right locations. It is just that you were time poor, and this is a time-consuming activity. You could not get on top of things. So you knew the locations where you wanted to buy, but you were time poor, right? All right,
totally.
perfect. Now, I just want to check with you, what prompted you to hire a buyer's agent? Time poorness, the same thing, the same issue?
Time poorness and opportunity cost as well. So I would say at the rate of speed I was moving at,
Yep.
the amount of offers per month, if I were to replicate that each month, I'd, I couldn't have certainty whether one of those would be a close the next month, the month after, if I was only putting in 5 offers a month.
Yep.
Um, so, it could be, that month, the next offer, the month after. But inevitably, like, you know, if I were to put more like investment into that side, getting to know the agents and everything, keeping in contact, um, and everything like that, I'd have a better chance. But I mainly was just, putting in my offers and just kind of experimenting around. If they get accepted, beautiful. If they don't, beautiful. But well, another one will pop up somewhere.
Yeah, that is always the case when you get into the warmed up or a hot market. So opportunity cost is really really high. You're absolutely right. Now, Josh, I want to check with you. How has your journey with the Realtor whom you chose to work with? How was your experience, like start till the end? If you can just, because anyone who is looking into this video would be of a similar mindset that want to get into properties, want to give it a crack. Some can do it themselves. Some cannot do it because they're time poor, analysis paralysis, many things, which is all right. So if they are ever going to hire a buyer's agency, this could give them a guidance of what they should expect and what gets delivered as well. So how was your experience with the Realtor Property Buyers Agency?
Fantastic, Rocky. Like communication was good. Pretty much like helped us all out the way. I've learned a lot from you guys as well, like in different, educational aspects. So even on that as well, teamwork, felt, you know, working as a team. I didn't kind of feel alone in the journey.
Mhm.
You had the deals out ready to go. Everything was quick. And yeah, I was kind of, yeah, surprised. Like, I was sort of set and forget at work, and then, yeah, get a call, get a deal. And yeah, no, it was,
Sure. So let's touch upon your analysis paralysis when you came on board. The first thing was a strategy. So we built up a strategy. We actually asked you various questions to understand exactly what do you want, so that we can deliver exactly what you want. If you remember, that strategy was like black and white blueprint of your steps, what you would achieve. After that, you had a meeting with Gurminder Singh on your locations meeting. I still remember you had 3 rounds of locations meeting, because you after the first round of locations meeting, we were getting into the market. Then you took a little break, and then you met your social circle, and social circle said, hey, what are you doing in the northern Queensland? Melbourne is a sleeping giant, why are you not looking at it? And then you give us a call, hey guys, why are we not looking at Melbourne? We said, all right, these are reasons, because your strategy says that you want to have a short-term growth as well, so that you can pull out the equity and buy the next one. So that is where that is the reason why we did not show you. But then, if you're interested, let us show you again. And then you had a round number 2, a meeting with Gurminder Singh, and he showed you your opportunities for Melbourne. And I think after that, that was going slightly out of your budget, isn't it?
Yeah, Melbourne was, yeah, like with the borrowing capacity wise.
Yeah, right. And the rental yield as well. I think you were aiming at about 6%, whereas in Melbourne you would get about 4.5%. I think that was also a mindset that if you're going to get in Melbourne first, then you're probably, chances are that you're going to your movement will slow down, or because a property in Melbourne could cost you 18 to 20,000 as a holding cost. Whereas a property in northern Queensland, wherein you have got it, the holding cost, I think, about $10,000, $12,000. So there is a significant difference on your pocket and your borrowing as well. And then after a few days, I remember you gave me a call, and you said, all right, Rocky, I want to spin around things again. So let us have third round of meeting. And then we said, all right, let's do it. And then we took one direction, that this is the location wherein you want to focus on. And I believe that we narrowed down on Mackay, is it?
Correct, Rocky. Yep, Mackay. So I had Mackay specifically as kind of my, right, this is the suburb, like I want to buy in, like this is where I'm going to get the asset, where I'm going to invest. So Mackay became, right, like that's my decision now. Like,
Correct. And I remember we used to send you deals for Mackay as well. And those deals were onto a decision-making report, like 8, 10 pages, all the due diligence, everything is in there, including your cash flows as well. And then you ended up buying a property, which we will discuss now as well. So let's deep dive into your deal, if you're okay with that.
perfect, Rocky. Let's get into it.
Okay, do you want to share it with the audience?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Let's do it then. All right. So, you got a property here, which is, we usually don't do this, because such information is very, very sensitive. But since this video would be looked upon by many, let us have some more transparency in the game and see how we go. So this is your property, 25 Theodore Crescent, Rural View. This is in Northern Queensland region, Mackay. And this is on an 846 square meter block. There is 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 2 car garages. The built-up area is pretty massive, 228, built up in 1995. So this is an ex-display house as well. And we have seen the videos, you have seen the videos, we have done the building inquest, and everything looked all right. There were some things which need attention, not immediate one, but yeah, given the age of the property, this is what we got into. And then this was bought on the 31st of August 2024 for 568,250. Right now, you are getting a rent of about 650 a week, but the market rental could be 700 to 750. Your tenants are going to walk out of that lease in January 2025, if I'm right. Is that correct?
That's correct, Rocky.
All right. Now, this is the property which you bought about a month ago, and this you got under a trust.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Now, when we were buying this property, we tried our best to negotiate as low as we could. We do not know what future comes up to. Anyone looking at this video, I'm putting a disclaimer again. We don't know what will happen in future, but we give our best shot looking at the data, locations, and then making sure that we are negotiating the best one. But let's look at what happened on the next door property, 27 Theodore, just after less than a month. So Josh, you got your property for 568. This is a next door property, slightly smaller land size than yours. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 3-car garages, 1 bedroom. And if you compare your property to this one, even you can have a 4th bedroom. So this one is here yours, and this is a next door. So smaller land size, built up in 1990. So this is slightly older than yours. And look at the price, man. $685,000. Now, Josh, we did not know that your next door property will sell for this much. But if we do the mathematics correctly, this is a difference of about $117,000. Now, this is the power of getting it right. And if we are going to look at instant equity, you have actually made instant equity, which we have no idea about. And I understand this is an owner-occupier property, which is all right, okay, but then this is an instant equity. What do you feel about this deal now, after looking at your next door property?
It's amazing, seeing that price difference around that, the same month after I've kind of closed my property, and just seeing the big price difference. It's definitely giving me certainty in the area. And
let's have a look at the rental market of Rural as we speak at present. So a 422 is getting, now this is like obnoxiously high for 950 a week, but this is a bigger land as well. I would not go much into detail, but this is just an overview of how the market moves. There are properties from 650 as well. There are properties for 620. And there is a property for 950 a week as well, 422. So as per the Queensland rule, looks like that this property was locked at a 650 per week, and they cannot change anything for about a year. But if we look at the new leases, which will be fresh new leases, you can, 950 a week. I don't know if you're going to get that much for your property, but this is what the reality of the market is, like 422, even getting 800 a week. So your property could get more than 700 as well. I don't know. But even if we look at these numbers right now, your rental yield is about 6.5% minimum. So you have already started your property investing journey. What's next for Josh from here?
So from here, So after now the first property, I've created a much clearer roadmap.
Now, just the last thing, Josh, before I let you go, anyone who has seen this video so far, what would be your advice if somebody is thinking about getting into property investment? What is your advice? We are not going to talk about buyer's agency stuff, but just a general advice from your personal experience to anyone who's thinking about getting into the game.
I would say if you're getting into it and it's been on your mind and everything else, I'd say, ask the reasons why you're getting into it in the first place. Get into a written description. You can write out details, look more into it. What's real estate going to do for me? Is it for retirement? Is it for different reasons? Security. It can be all sorts of reasons, for a bit of fun as well. So I'd say definitely, write down a few bits and pieces to get a more clear, vivid description, and, that to a bit of clarity on it. And also I'd say for those that are also, a bit more nervous and anxious and everything like that. Like that's completely normal.
Yeah, absolutely. When I started up my journey of property investing, I had no idea about it. I needed to educate myself first, and then when I was buying my first, I was in analysis paralysis. I was asking people around me who had absolutely no idea about what needs to be done. I made my own stupidity as well, and that's how you learn on the go as well. So thank you, Josh, for throwing some light on anyone who is in your spot wanting to get into it. All right. Thank you for your time, Josh. I'll let you go and take care of yourself, man. And hopefully we are going to be helping you for your next one if you're not able to do it DIY.
Thank you very much for your time, Rocky, and thanks for having me on. And I hope this message and everything reaches,
The
you
right.
know, resonates, and all the best. Wish everyone the best out there on their property journey, and get amongst it.